Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at set number 60313, which is the big Lego City Space Ride set. So as normal, we'll get this open. Brand new to me, so we'll open the box up, we'll have a look at the instruction manual, how many bags there are, what it looks like built, and I will then compare this to the new gaming truck that's just come out, so we can just compare the two for scale as well. So it is push tabs, so we'll get this one opened up, rip them open, and then we will see carefully how many bags there are. So first thing first, we will try as always to hunt down the sticker sheet if they have one. There he is. So how many stickers are on this? We have only got 6 stickers by the looks of it. 3 license plates, so it must be for the front and back of the Juggernaut, and then for the trailer, so which is completely different to the gaming truck that goes live actually this evening. I only built that the other day, so it's fresh on my mind. That's why I want to do this one as well. So we've got a good comparison to come up as well. And they have got 2 separate booklets, which we will have a look at in a second. How many bags do we have? So that's number 3, number 2, 4, and then you've got one for obviously the spare pieces for the track, so that's a spare bag. And bag number 1 looks like it's dinky teeny tiny, which might be just the ticket booth and things like that, which we'll have a look at in a second. Right, box artwork first. So this is Lego City set 60313. Like I said, love the colours on this. This is perfect for me because I am making a large theme park. I do quite like the cup that is on the front on the inside. It looks like the Juggernaut is slightly bigger than the gaming truck as well, because that was the only thing that bugged me about that. It just didn't look like it was in proportion. Very interesting to see if this folds up and how all of this works on the actual space ride of things. I have got a plan of attack of where to put this, and it does come with a little ticket booth. And what I do like, it has got the little photo of the actual minifigure as well, which I don't think is in any of the other sets. Now on the top, just have some little standard photos up at the top, and then you've got a little bit of a better look of the minifigure up there. And then at the back we've just got the normal standard shots that you get given. So stop the box from wobbling. As he comes down, it does fold up on himself, so you can obviously drive it around. It does look like you might have more than one expression on their faces as well, which would be nice to see, so we can have a good look at all the minifigures at the end. Right, as always, moving straight on to the instruction booklet. So hopefully we'll have some sets to compare them with, because that is the main thing that I always look forward to seeing in these. So bag number 1 is just a ticket booth, and you do get a minifigure. Bag number 2 makes the front of the truck up, and then that is all in this booklet by the looks of it, which is absolutely fine. Anything to show off on this one apart from the pieces? No, but there are 56 pages. Nice looking truck, and it has got the octane fuel as well, which is obviously a nice little Easter egg in a touch. And then we are coming through, so 55 pages. Step 50 is where you finish, and it lets you know that the roof comes off for the minifigure to go in. Booklet number 2. So we've got bag 3 for some of the trailer, bag 4 is where the track comes out, and that is that. So we've got all of this is to do with the trailer. Flip him all the way to the end. So this is round for their anniversary of the Rebuild the World bits and pieces. So I'm hoping they will have something, but by the looks of it, they don't, which is a big change to the new instruction manuals, because they've started to do that again. Through, where are we? So that is step 84, where it looks like we finished. So 68 pages until it's done. That is what that looks like, and then it gives you some directions and instructions of what you can do with this set with regards to it spinning around and doing all those little bits and pieces as well. So it looks like there's some random things we can do with this and how we're going to store them, and it looks like you've got to take them off to put them on the track. So I didn't know anything about this. I've not seen a review on this or anything, and just like that we are done. So we'll get the minifigures out of the way for now. We'll bring them over in a second. We'll have a quick look at the detail on the actual trailer, because this will all open up, so it'll just be easier for me to do it this way. Now time wise, it took me about the same time as the gaming truck. It took me 41 minutes and 44 seconds, so it's not too bad with that, but there is a lot of detail within this, so all of this will come out, so we'll have a look at that in a second. But what we will do is we will reverse this out the way without it actually reversing off the table, and we'll go straight into the minifigures. So the first thing first, this one just here, really nice torso print, got the belt buckle and the nice heart necklace on the front, and then it's got just the little ripple effect on the back. Facial, it has just the one facial expression, but it's absolutely fine, because it does look a nice cool looking minifigure, and obviously it is the mum of the son. Now the son has 2 facial expressions. He's got the shocked one, and then he's got the happy one with his little teeth at the front. So we'll spin that round and we'll use that one for this. Plonk his hair back on, but you can see just nice torso, with regards to the zip and everything on the front, and then on the back it's got some nice stripes and everything. So they're cool little minifigures that come with these. And then we got this happy chappy. So he's actually got a couple of things going on. So he's got a normal hairpiece if you want to put the normal hairpiece on, and then he has got happy face and I guess his driving face, and he's also got his work hat as well, which is also a nice little touch. But with regards to the torso and things, really nice, bright and vibrant. Obviously, I like all the purple, oranges and greens. It's my kind of thing with regards to the colours. But he has got a real nice print on his back with regards to the actual space ride as well. So it's a nice looking thing with regards to the teeth and everything. And he's just got his normal trousers. We are going to compare this to the gaming truck first, just because it would be slightly easier. Now, first thing first, I think you're going to spot is just how silly this now looks at the front compared to the gaming actual Juggernaut. So we'll have a look at those two first, and then the trailer and everything else. Lengthwise, apart, the trailers are exactly the same, there or thereabouts, but it is just a couple of studs off. But if we get this one unclipped, now this one unclips on a pin, so that's actually got a drop down pin, whereas this one's slightly different, where it just kind of goes on its back end and you just sort of find a hole to plonk them in. But we will worry about that in a second. But you can just see the sizing. So we start from the front, get that in there. It's much taller, it's much longer. I think this needed to be that length. I just think it's just too small for the size, and especially seeing these side by side now, I'm actually quite surprised, bearing in mind this one came out first, why they did decide to make this so small. But it is what it is. It looks the part. Like I said in the unboxing video, I would always have mine displayed forward, and I really do like the front of it. Now, with the guys, I said about the license plates, it's got a license plate on the front of this one, it's got a license plate on the back of this one, but it does not have a license plate on the back of that. So, and it doesn't have any brake lights, it doesn't have anything, so you can't actually use this as a separate Juggernaut, because it would be illegal because you're not allowed it. So it is obviously meant for a gaming truck, and it's more than likely not supposed to be on the road, hence why you're supposed to have it displayed at the front, parked up, and it's just supposed to be a gaming vehicle. I would imagine that would be their sort of get out of jail with regards to that. But we're not reviewing this thing, we are looking at this. Now, it's got cool little bits and pieces on the back. This all comes off actually, so we'll take this off in a second, because you can see on the box just there, it actually uses the Juggernaut and the trailer to store all of its different bits and pieces with. But this is a really nice size looking thing. Now, with regards to the trailer as well, we'll just compare the two trailers, because you'll see why. Lengthwise, they're literally exactly the same. They are the same elements. So you've got the white bits up at the top just there, and it clips in the middle, and then you've just got the grey version of. So there's the halfway mark just in there, so you can see they're exactly the same with this. If you want to see more with regards to this and how it all opens up and everything and all the different bits and pieces, I will link this video to the end of this video, and then you can have a better look at that one. Now, I had to build it all in the 44 minutes, and then in the instruction manual it actually tells you how to put it all away. So now what I'm going to hope I can do and remember without butchering it is how it all comes back apart again. So just bear with me, because I think you'll be quite surprised. So you have got a nice little ticket booth with the actual photo on the front, which is really nice, and obviously that is the photo of the minifigure. And again, you can add extra tiles on to the side if you wanted to, because if you have any spare ones of, I guess, any of the other amusement ones, you could add that on that. So that is a little ticket booth that it comes with, nice and simple. And then we've got to start taking the bits and pieces away. Now, you've got prints for the eyeballs. You've got a couple of different eyeballs. These are needed, so I've actually got to take these out, and I've got to take this one out. And then what I've got to do is I've got to take this off. So it's pretty cool how it clips in. So this actually just stores on the front of those teeth just there. Do the same thing on the back. So I'll just do it carefully and gently. I'm not going to do it in a rush. You can do this very quickly if you want to. Now, these are the actual vehicles. So you take the vehicles off, and you have the little guns and everything at the front, and these bits on the side are very clever, because they click into something. Now, I've never seen this before. I've never actually seen any videos on this, so I was quite surprised actually how this all gets put together. So from a play point of view, there's absolutely loads of functionality to it. From a video slash display point of view, it's brilliant. And if you're into sort of making photos as well, it's absolutely spot on as well. If I remember rightly, these clip up like so. You've got 4 of these. I really hope I'm doing this justice with regards to how this all comes about. Now, on the back just here, you can spin the stairs round, and you can drop them down. So the wheels, you can see how the size of the trailer as well, just going back to this one quickly, how they're teeny tiny because it is a low loader, and that one has the normal chunky wheels because you can walk up and onto this ride. Now, before, in case I get it all wrong, it does spin and twist, so it has a good play element with it, like I said. Now what we need to do is we need to add the track. So these bits that were up here, you can then plonk them over. They stand up on themselves, and then they will go into the halfway mark of this piece just here. So that clips in there, and that'll click in just there. And then you do the same thing on the other side, so that'll click in just onto that and just onto that. Remember, I'm doing it on a very, very slippery table, but it's still strong enough. So that is the track clipped in. Now these pieces just here, they don't serve any purpose with regards to the stability of the actual trailer. What you do need to do, is it is in the instructions, is you are supposed to have this bit on here, and it just keeps it off the floor, and then you can push that down and it's level on both sides. So that's how that works, and you can just push them down, clip them in, and that is nice and simple. Now with these things, you have the little hooks just on the side. They go on to the track, so you can hook them on, push them down, nice and simple. And then we do the same thing on this one, push him in before I whip the gun off. So that is why I didn't want to put the Juggernaut on, because the second you put the actual truck on, he rolls about. So that is why I'm building it sort of differently. If it was on a carpet, it'd be slightly different, so it's not. So I will put that on last rather than putting it on straight away. Now the next two elements are these two cool things. So again, these have got a load of eyeballs. They are not stickers, they are prints, and they just sit in there, and you can have them at whatever angle you want. You can actually just have them straight if you wanted to, and again you can do the same thing on this one as well. Now they are, I do believe they're all in, tickety boo. Now I can put this bit onto here. I spin it that way, so hopefully it will stop it from rolling. Now you have got to get that at the right angle, a nice opportunity for it just to spin around and go. So simple as that. It's nice and smooth. Obviously you can add the minifigures in, and it is nice detail up at the front with your space ride, and then obviously you've got all the teeth. This was a nice little thing to build up. Just make sure that you push his fangs in properly, otherwise they will pop out, so you've just got to be careful with that. But the detail within this is pretty cool. Like I said, you can have obviously two minifigures in, and they've got the little guns and everything at the front, but it moves around absolutely fine. And you can see I'm not exactly the brainiest when it comes to doing bits and pieces, but it all clips together nicely. And then when you start adding in all of the other little bits and pieces with the figures and everything like that, I think you can make it look very, very nice if you wanted to. So guys, I think that is it. I don't think there's anything else. No, there is. So we go on to this quickly. You've got to take the power out the back, so that is the generator. So that is another nice little touch. So that's obviously got all the different bits and pieces. That is a print as well. And then you've got the octane fuel up at the top. You haven't got anything else that comes with it to go in the top, so you can add bits and pieces if you want to, but that can just sit just here. Now back of the truck for detail, you have got a little light on the back again, which is a really nice touch, because obviously if you're working late at night you would need that on at the back. And then with this one, it doesn't have the doors, it has the chunky bits on the side, but it just pops off all as one piece. And then on the inside, you can, if you wanted to, actually fit two minifigures in there if you didn't have the box. But you've got a box for stuff, and then you have his cup on the front. So again, comparing it to the other one, they are the same width. So you can do whatever you want with regards to both, but obviously with the steering wheel being in the middle, you can't really add in another minifigure. So you can put stuff down the side, but the person would just sit in the middle of that one, whereas on the purple one, you can have them both side by side if required and if needed. But all clips together nicely, he says, as it slips off. The wing mirrors on these are nice and chunky. It's all much beefier, so it's just a nice chunky looking thing. And like I said, this is going to go absolutely perfectly with the gaming truck for me in the new gaming zone that I'm adding in onto my theme park. So I'm very, very happy with this. Now this is a Lego store exclusive set, and it has been for a while, so that's why it's taken a while for me to actually pick this up and get it. but I'm glad I picked it up. So I highly recommend you getting it if you have a funfair section or anything like that, or if you just want a very slightly different build and just something that you can take good photos and everything of. It's definitely worthwhile picking up, because there's plenty of pieces with it. And it is nice. I just not 100% sure why the license plate on that one starts with EB and then it's got the set number, and then one on the back starts with AB with the license number. So I'm not 100% sure why they do that, because obviously it is illegal, and this one is a road going one, I guess, because it's a fun fair. But it is what it is. I'm probably overthinking that, as I do with everything else in my life. But I think we will wrap it up there. There's plenty of detail and everything in this, so hopefully you found it useful. Obviously comparing it to this one as well. If you've got this one, I highly recommend getting the purple one. If you can only afford one and you've not got either, completely up to you. You're not going to make the wrong decision. But like I said, if you can only get one, it doesn't matter, because I think both of them look fantastic and they look really good side by side as well. So I'm tempted maybe to display them like this with a little bit of minifigures going on there from the other truck set. I think that looks quite nice and it doesn't eat into too much space. I personally probably prefer the Space Ride. However, it does take up more space because obviously it sticks out a lot more, whereas this Juggernaut is just the width of it and it will just open up for the trailer. So you've got to bear that in mind if you're looking at shelf space and everything else like that. That is the width of that one. It's what, 6 studs wide, and that bit just goes up to the top, whereas that one gets quite big quite quickly on the table and on your display. But it's your personal preference. You're not going to make the wrong decision no matter what one you go for. I'm happy that I've got both. I've been after this one for ages. I wanted the gaming truck as well because it's going to work perfectly for me. So let us know in the comments below if that helps. Let us know if you have got either of these and what your thoughts are and what do you think, and are you looking at getting either or none. Just let us know. It's always nice to know what you guys and girls think. But I love the colours. I like the little mechanism. It all works really nice and smoothly. Super simple to put together. Like I said, it took about 44 minutes. It was one of those where it's just quite a nice relaxing build actually. You could just get through it quite quickly. Stickers weren't too much of a problem either. Like I said, the stickers actually, if we quickly go over the stickers, you just got them at the top, the 2 on the side, and then you've got the Space Ride up there, and then you just got the license plates as well. So they're not too much of an issue with regards to putting them on. The ticket is a print. Obviously the money is the print, and that's a print as well. So you've got plenty of prints mixed in with the eyeball being prints and so on. So you've got a good mix of everything. But like I said, currently they are both exactly the same price. So you can make your mind up if you only want to get the one. I'm not going to make that decision for you whatsoever. But like I said, you're not going to make the wrong decision. But that is it. I am done. If you can like, subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care and hope to catch you next one. Ta-da.